We're being careful on the ice. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, kind of icy. He's in his bark at everything that moves mode. He's barked at while the neighbor kids were running and screaming. He's met them. They finally realize he's not a threat. Most people just see his head barking over the fence. Yeah, you're going slow every time you hit the ice. We're on the Eddy Trail, but I'm not going to push a meeting. What do you see? And of course, here I am on the corner, a few blocks away, by my church. Well, it's not my church, but I just love it. It's just pretty. We live in a neighborhood with a lot of really old architecture. Historical neighborhood. Our house is pretty old. Not a showpiece necessarily, but it was constructed before there was electricity. And when they finally did put electricity in, we don't have an abundance of outlets. So there's a lot of three-prong plugs and all that fun stuff. They also didn't seem to have a lot of clothes back then because we were very shy on closets. So luckily I'm not a clothes horse. I own one dress and a skirt, a few pairs of dress shoes that I really can't wear anymore because heels are out with arthritis in my knees. A 3-inch heel would be fun for about a half an hour, and then I would suffer for the rest of the time. Oh, hi Diane. Yeah, not quite as exciting as your dog out running without lead, but here we are, and we're running into Eddy. I think we'll just say hello. Oh, hi Eddy. Are you crying? Mick's crying. We saw you guys the other day, and Eddy was pulling back, but we were going in the other direction, so.
Yeah, I did. I saw you.
Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Hi. 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 Oh no. Hi. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Oh. I didn't want to interrupt because that one day we disturbed his pootering, so. Oh yeah. We'll walk just a little tiny ways with you, okay? Yeah? Is that good? Was he crying? It sounded like he was crying. Oh. Hi, Eddy. People miss him on Facebook when we don't see him. Come on, Mick. Mick likes to put in the body block. If you stand sideways, you can't go anywhere.
That's the herding instinct.
Yes, exactly. Come on, Mick.
You herding me? You herding me?
He hung his head all the way home that day when we didn't run into you. He was sad all the way home. Got on his bed, hung his head. He gives to certain people, and yeah, he has a friend down by the river who hasn't been there for 2 years. Come on, Mick, we're just going to go a little ways. And he looks by her place of employment. Every time we go there, stares at the door, then walks away with his head down because she doesn't come out. Because she's not there anymore. She retired. She called him Sir Prince. Her name was Gwen. And she's the only person I ever saw Mick actually majorly kiss. He ran up to her one day and she had her arms open. She was squatted down and he French kissed her. Come on, Mick. Because he's not a kisser. He's like a little nose kisser. Yep. Yeah, be careful. We don't want to trip Paul. Yes. Oh, there's Eddy. I think Eddy was happy to see us. Eddy's always so happy. Such a good boy. Hey, Nichols. Mickey, you're on front lawns. Sweetheart. That's not a good thing. I don't train you to do that.
He's already done his business in the backyard.
Oh.
Got home from work and let him and his run around.
Oops.
And said, I'm not waiting for you. I'm going.
Come on. Come. Mick went this morning, so he's due again.
Yeah.
Mick went this morning, so he's kind of due again. Mick goes 12 hours in between, sometimes 24. He's not a big pooper. Oh, Eddie's going through the puddles. Yeah, I've got to make a vet appointment for Mick. I hate all those blood tests and things. It takes forever. So, yeah, it refroze. I was chipping in the backyard for Mick. Mick is being a gentleman and letting everybody go before him. Yeah, there you go. Somebody's screaming. Sounds like a squirrel. Alrighty. Yeah, I know my Mick have a tendency to be kind of, even though I'm talking on Facebook, kind of quiet and meditative. That's why I don't like to be too much of a interloper. I just got Mickey some new digestive enzymes, so I'm hoping that they settle well on his stomach. Okay, easy on the ice, baby. There you go. I met a Labradoodle the other day named Reggie.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I think it's the second time I met him. He was really good with Mick. Mick met a Labradoodle once that just bounced all around him, and he just looked at me like, I don't like this. Please don't. Please. Yeah. Please don't make me stay with him. Easy, Mick. Yeah.
My golden doodle is almost full grown. He's probably ended up about 70 pounds, probably 25, 26 inches of the shoulder.
Oh, he's a golden doodle.
Yeah,
Why did I get screwed up and think he was a Labradoodle?
doodles are doodles.
Well, I had a poodle once. I have to say, very, very smart.
Oh yeah, second smartest dog there is. So. Watch the dog show tonight?
We hardly get any channels, and I'm not.
That's on.
I'm gonna have to live stream on.
Fox 1 Sports.
I'm gonna have to live stream. My friend was complaining. Hi, Eddie. She said there wasn't a single try collie in the show. I thought, no tries? That's like Mick and Eddie would be very disappointed.
Well, a few years ago, Blue Merrill, which is my least favorite color collie, won, I believe.
I have never had a blue. I'm not discounting it, but I would probably go through rescue and get an adult next time. I mean, he was 11 months old, and for the first 2 weeks, I didn't think I was going to be able to keep up with him. His energy level was so extreme that I literally cried and thought, I'm not the right mom for him. He sat on my lap and licked away the tears and looked at me like, we're going to make it. It's going to be okay. Okay, bye, Eddie. It was so good seeing you. You're such a beautiful boy. Look at that tail. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. Okay, Mick. Sit, Mick. Yeah, bye-bye. Mickey, sit. Come on, sweets. Oh, you want to go to Eddie? Come on, sit, baby. Sit, boo-boo. Oh, he's being a stubborn collie. Another pooter. The excitement of Mick. Little runny?
Yeah, a little running.
Okay, come on. We're not gonna interrupt that. Bye, Eddie. Bye, Eddie. Bye, sweetie. All right, come on, Mick. Eddie's got a little bit of the case of the runny boot. It's such a collie thing. I hate to say it out loud. Hi, Marie. Yeah, Eddie's a doll. Last couple times we didn't run into him, and when we did, I didn't want to interrupt. I'm happy to say that we've had a few episodes of soft poop. They usually end after 2 episodes. I haven't had a case of the runs with Mick in 4 years now. But if anything is just a little off and it's a little soft, I immediately panic and think he's going to go. Because back in the day, he was on metronidazole a couple times, and that stuff it works, but it's pretty toxic. I don't like antibiotics ever if you can avoid them. And metronidazole, come on, also has a neurological effect. I mean, you have to have a mass dose. But my theory is if a lot will kill you, a little bit will kind of hurt you a little bit at a time. So luckily we haven't had to go that way. enjoying so far, Marie. And Nick is going to bark at someone. And we are on ice, so let's not get sassy. Hi. He's real friendly, but sometimes he's a bit abrupt. Yeah. Oh. She's got a container and a can, Nick. I think she's got enough hands for you. I'm live on Facebook. I'm not showing your face. Okay. People like to watch his walks.
His, her.
His. This is Mickey. I wanted one. We wound up with a poodle. Okay, Nichols. Yeah. Oh, now he's gonna kick it into second because he just got pet and he wants more. Whenever he wants more of something or to be with someone, then he runs. Halt. Sit. Sit. Yeah, Eddie had, his daddy was telling me, come. He had a lot of pooter problems after Christmas because he got a lot of rawhide as like gifts and stuff. And I'm like, I didn't want to tell him that that stuff is pretty toxic and I don't give it to my dogs. My poodle lived on it when I was a kid. But I think they do make it a little bit more toxic these days. It seems like as the years pass, all of our food sources and everything get bad. So Mick doesn't get no packaged treats, nothing like that. For his birthday, he gets homemade doggy ice cream. Antlers he likes, but I know that antlers and bones for teeth. And he has a canine to me that looks like it could have had the tip broken off, which kind of freaks me out a little bit. Last time we were at the vet, he said his teeth were good, just natural wear. And he asked me if I was brushing his teeth regularly, and I have to admit I haven't. He said he was, his gums and teeth were in good shape. And the other vet, when he was 2 years old, told me he had gum disease. So he either beat that, or someone was overreacting because, yes, that's your mailman. I know, there he is. There he is. He's on the other side of the street. Come on. We're not going to go and interrupt his daily routine. Mick missed his favorite mailman. Yeah, Marie, I absolutely freak out when that happens. But of course, when he started throwing up in July, Mick has thrown up a handful of times in the whole 7 years of his age, well, the 6 years that I had him. So when he vomits, it's a major event. It just doesn't happen. He also never, ever refuses a meal. I think once he refused a meal. And then you know something's up. He wasn't feeling well because this boy's a chow hound. He was even off his water once. I think it was, they were fooling with the pipes, and our city water is just a chlorine freaking pool and fluoride. So they get bottled water now. Joy was my piggy. Yeah, we're home. I was drinking 3 8-ounce bottles a day, and she was getting blood in her urine. And once I gave her some homeopathic stuff and got her on bottled water, she hasn't had a problem since. Because Joy is a super drinker and a super peer. Uh-oh. I'm letting you see everything here. I forgot to turn off the camera. We're in the yard. We're in the sloppy, messy yard.